Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss Bangalore University 6th semester BBA subject Strategic Management, Unit number 1, Introduction to Strategic Management. In this unit, we are going to discuss session number 10, Scope of Business Ethics. I am Mujib Khan, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Kanakapura. So before moving on to the discussion of Scope of Business Ethics, let us have the recap of the last class that we have discussed. In the last class, we had a discussion on nature and characteristics of business ethics, and we had a discussion on multiple choice questions. Now let us discuss session 10, Scope of Business Ethics. I am Mujib Khan, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Kanakapura. Let us see what are the boundaries of business ethics. Scope of business ethics means boundaries of business ethics or the framework of business ethics within which all businesses need to follow ethics. So the scope of business ethics is very wide actually. It need to be followed not only in business but also in all endeavors of our life. But since the topic is scope of business ethics, let us discuss this topic. One by one. The very first point in scope of business ethics is ethics in compliance. Compliance means following the rules and regulations with a fear of punishment, not with a desire to follow the rule. So most of the times what happens is, sometimes ethics will do wonders what law cannot do. In most of the times it is vice versa. Law will do what ethics cannot do. So ethics could be a separate in a transportation, in a government transportation facility, separate seating arrangement for elderly person, females. If somebody violates that, punishments to such people. Then in the movie talkies, a restriction on smoke. If somebody violates that, punishment to such people. If somebody violates traffic rules, punishment to such people. So with a fear of punishment, people follow the rules, adhering to the rules and regulations is one of the important component of scope of business ethics. Compliance is about obeying and adhering to the rules and authority. The motivation for being compliant could be to do the right thing out of fear of being caught rather than a desire to be abiding by the law. Therefore, whether the rules are followed, whether the conduct and character is followed, for fear or for law, both are important here in business ethics. And business ethics is included either in law or in fear. Both are important. The second one is ethics in finance. Finance is nothing but a area, functional area, which takes care of all financial aspects, which takes care of all monetary transactions, custodian of all monetary financial transactions in an organization. So the worker, the manager, the organization should adhere business ethics in financial area and should avoid all those things which will harm the company, which will harm the interested parties. See, there are so many issues these days in ethical issues in finance. Maybe window dressing, that means showing more profits than what is actually earned, showing more assets than what is actually have, showing more to gain the benefits, to gain more shareholders, to attract more shareholders, inflating of payments in XYZ's name without proper proof, deflating of receipts to avoid tax, internal security adjustments, inside trading, securities fraud leading to manipulation of financial markets, that is inside trading. In executive compensation, as I told you, misappropriation and embezzlement, showing the names of XYZ who are actually not paid, taking bribery, giving bribery, taking kickbacks, giving kickbacks, overbilling, inflation of payments, fake reimbursements, without investing, reimbursing, without spending, reimbursement of those things are all the issues in finance. It is the area which is very sensitive and core area where the financing decisions, the investment decisions, the dividend decisions, the working capital decisions, the cash flow decisions, all these decisions are taken into account. If this area is not considering business ethics, then that business will definitely will not be successful. There are so many ethical issues in finance department, in finance. I have quoted only few. How to bring about ethics in finance? Very simple. Do not inflate the payments. Show only what is actually paid. Keep the books of accounts without window dressing. Give compensation to workers who have actually worked, and don't show the payments of workers who have not actually done any work. You have seen the Satyam scandal. XYZ's name, salary has been given to take the benefit of CSR and tax. For salaries and all, there is no tax benefit actually. You can see the scandals by Vijay Malaya, Mehul Choksi, Nirav Modi. Some people have ran away from our country. The latest scam in one of the investment schemes, IMA scandal in Karnataka, Bangalore. There are so many scandals which are highlighted now and then in our country, in finance, in monetary transactions, in financial transactions, where either the accounts have not been properly made or some fraudulent practices have been followed. So how to address them, how to bring ethics? As I told you, whatever negatives are there, convert them into positives. Then people, the general public, will have good perception about your company. Ethics in human resources. So human resources are today the human capital. They play the role of capital. Good human resources are like capital to the organization. Skillful human resources, honest human resources, obedient human resources. They are the capital of a company. Ethics should be followed to retain the human resources. So in human resource management, there are so many ethical issues again. So what could be those issues? Discrimination of human resources on the basis of religion, on the basis of age, on the basis of gender. So it is illegal actually. You cannot discriminate a person on the basis of the age, on the basis of the religion, on the basis of the gender. Different laws are there to tackle all these things. These are unethical practices in human resources. So we need to convert them into ethical practices. So please don't discriminate in terms of religion, in terms of age or gender. That is how we have to convert them. That is how we have to convert the negatives into positives. The ethical issues in human resources like sexual harassment, the opposite sex harassment from both the sides. So this is again one of the critical ethical issues. Time and again we see one or the other case of this sexual harassment in the big offices, and we have seen the suicidal attempts, we have seen the suicidal deaths also because of these sexual harassments in some workplaces. So issues affecting privacy of employees, workplace surveillance, drug testing. So sometimes the workers are not given privacy even to conversate with their family members. Always they will be having indoor surveillance, always bossism on them, and pressure on testing of what they are not consuming actually, drug testing, etc. These are all ethical issues. There are people who consume drugs in workplaces. We see in television, news channels and all, time and again they are caught with this. In big offices we are seeing these days. Workplace surveillance, again a human resource issue in organization. Who is doing what? Just to check out the movements of the workers. Ethical issue. If ethics are there, all these things are not required. Issues relating to fairness of employment contracts, safety and security of workers, occupational safety and health. Already I have discussed about this in the last session. So in human resources there are so many ethical issues. Those ethical issues need to be addressed, and a congenial atmosphere of work need to be done, need to be brought out, to bring more output than input, to convert resources in a meaningful way. Otherwise, what happens is human beings or human resources are emotional in nature. Nobody can buy, nobody can purchase the emotions of human beings or human resources. You can purchase the time, one can purchase everything, but not the emotions of human resources. Sometimes sentiments are heard, ethical issues. Sometimes sentiments are not given proper respect, ethical issues. So, business ethics involves ethics in human resources. So, in what way they are confronted, ethical issues are confronted by the employees and the employer. All those ethical issues need to be dealt with and need to be converted into ethical issues, need to be converted into ethical code of conduct. Then the fourth one is ethics in marketing. Marketing means producing and supplying the goods and services needed, demanded, and wanted by the consumers. That is the modern concept of marketing. Produce only those goods and services which are needed and wanted and demanded by the consumers. So, we need to have proper ethics in marketing. If ethics in marketing are not being followed, or if somebody who can see that these unethical practices are following in an organization, there are so many issues with marketing, then we need to identify such unethical practices and convert them into ethical trade practices, ethical marketing. So, like, there are so many issues in marketing: pricing, price fixation, price discrimination, price skimming, anti-competition practices like manipulation of supply, exclusive dueling arrangements, tying arrangements, misleading advertisements, using of children and women in advertisements, black marketing and grey marketing. All these are ethical issues in marketing area. In fixation of price, if proper ethics are followed, cost plus profit is followed. What is the cost for direct material, direct labor and overheads, and what is the percentage of profit you are quoting, you are fixing per unit of product. If that is not followed, if only hoarding, if only want to maximize the profit, then fixing the price more than what is actually spent. So these are unethical practice. Skimming the price, skim the cream pricing. Sometimes we call it as keeping high price of the product in the introduction stage. Penetration pricing, keeping the low price, that doesn't matter here, but skim the cream price, no, that matters. Keeping the high price of the product in the introduction stage itself. Usually what happens is, in the introduction stage, penetration pricing is followed. Later on, when the product goes to maturity or saturation level, the product price based on the purchasers trends, it is fixed. But there are some companies which follow skim the cream. They first want to take out the cream in the beginning itself. That is unethical practice, I can say. If the product is not worth of that much of money or price, even then the company keeps that price, that is unhealthy, that is unethical. See, misleading advertisements, sometimes what happens is giving false information in the advertisements. False information relating to the way of usage, relating to the ingredients used, relating to the outcome and result. It happens mostly in cosmetic products. It happens mostly in the traditional products. See, everybody have a disclaimer, everybody has a claim that their product are going to bring this and that change in that and this particular person or that particular industry, but it is not the case in reality. Misleading informations, misleading advertisements. See, to create sentiment in advertisement, making use of women, making use of children for baby products, for home utensils. It is just like exploitation. To sell a car, making use of only women celebrities to stand in front of that car with half cloths. So that is actually unethical. To sell a baby product, making use of the sentiments. To sell a water of one company, they use the religious sentiments. So these types of unethical practices are there since time immemorial. Even today they exist in marketing. But these are the areas where we are confronted and we need to change them, convert them. Black marketing, again another issue in marketing. Creating artificial scarcity of the products. You see, whenever government brings some changes in the day-to-day life pattern, some sectors of business, they start doing this grey marketing and black marketing of products. Could be daily usables or some other products, and simply they blame on the government. Who are doing all these things? We are only doing all these things. We know that that is not good. We know that that is bad, that is wrong, but still we do it. They are all unethical practices in marketing. Simply, if there is a lorry strike, the price of the rice bag increases here for 300 to 400 per bag. If some regulatory authorities from the government regulate something to bring about changes, positive changes in the society, suddenly there is a drama, high drama in business sector in increasing the prices. See, all these unethical practices need to be abolished, prohibited or stopped, or try to convert these negativities into positivities. That is very important. Fix the price according to the cost. Follow the fair competition practices. Don't mislead the people through your falsification of advertisements. Don't give any false advertisements. What is there exactly, give that advertisement only. Make use of the content of the advertisement in a proper way. Don't use children for advertisement. Don't use women sentiment for advertisement, womenhood sentiment for advertisement, religious sentiment for advertisement. Do not adopt black marketing. It is very dangerous. You are sucking the blood of your own people, of your own society, of your own country. So, all these things matters in ethics in marketing. Now, the last one is ethics in production. Usually in production what we do is we convert raw material into finished goods. and we convert semi-finished goods into finished goods. That is the task in production. What are the ethics in production? Produce harmless products, produce qualitative products, have quality circles, use good technology, and use the technology which is less pollutant, take care of environmental issues in production. All these things comes in production. Engineering and re-engineering, designing of the products. Department of Production, Production Logistics. So routing, sequencing, scheduling, and taking care of environmental issues, producing the healthy products. All these things comes in ethics in production. But in contrast to that, there are some unethical practices in production. For the sake of earning profit, they get production somewhere, but they keep the label of their company. Ancillary unit make all the assemblies and all, but the name goes to the major company or mother company. Then there are some companies which do not adhere to the rules and regulations of pollution control. They release carbon dioxide or poisonous water, chemicals to the lakes, to the rivers, to the places of agricultural lands, increasing more pollution of water, more pollution of air. Now these days we can see pollution of sight. Pollution of sight encompasses pollution of seeing, vision. Wherever you go in cities and all, you can see the big flex, the big banners and all of some people doing advertisement of their product. So it is a sight pollution. Earlier we had air pollution, water pollution, food pollution, noise pollution. Now we have got sight pollution. Because of this sight problem, most of the people cannot concentrate on what they are doing sometimes, especially in highway roads. So the people who do not adopt new technology, these people uses old technology, and that old technology releases the toxics, releases the carbon dioxide or the chemical water, damaging the resources, earth resources, earth crust core resources, earth crust resources, ecology, water resources, air resources. They do not follow ethics. There was a case against Bisleri, I think 10-12 years back, near Bangalore. It had established one unit in some village near some surrounding agricultural fields, and it used to release its toxic water. Due to this, the agricultural crops in surrounding lands came down, yield came down. When the people agitated against that company, they went and filed a case against that company, and the company had to transfer that plant to somewhere else. See, the protection of monuments board filed a case against 80 companies across one river stating that it is damaging the monuments, especially Taj Mahal in Agra. Supreme Court had banned the 80 companies. In most of these 80 companies in Agra, they were manufacturing plants on the river bank, and they were releasing all the toxics, carbon dioxide, all chemicals to that river, damaging that the resources of the river, water, then damaging the monument, Shivaji Fort and Taj Mahal. There were 80 companies banned by Supreme Court because of that. Most of the companies were paint manufacturing company, leather garments company, leather products companies, glass making companies, etc. So here we see in Alsur Lake and in Kengeri in Bangalore, the environmentalists, the social workers, time and again they protest against some companies for releasing the toxics, acids, carbon dioxide to the lakes and rivers. Because of that, a fog is formed and a bad smell, and people are getting lot of health issues. So there is no proper UGD system, sanitary system for disposal of these types of wastes. A proper mechanism need to be done in this way. Waste management in production industry is a very big headache. Depending upon the nature or type of the industry, wastes are generated. Disposal of those wastes, recycling of those wastes is a big headache. These are all ethical issues in production. Using of modern technology, smoke-free technology is one of the important component in production. So the workers or the management may make use of these technologies for the production and distribution of so many things. Example, you can see genetically modified food. Genetically modified food industry is a big industry today. See, when this is followed in an unfair way, when this is followed without following proper rules and regulations, there arises the question of ethics. So in order to avoid the question marks of ethics in production, the management, the workers, the employers and the employees, all the interested parties should concentrate on ethical practices in production to protect the interest of the internal and external environment. Dear students, scope of business ethics is a very vast subject, but for the study purpose I have taken only 5 important scope areas where business ethics play an important role, where ethical issues are there and we can identify them. So at the end of this session I have provided you multiple choice questions. Try to solve them, try to answer them. If you do not understand, feel free to contact me and try to collect more information about this concept from lots of online and offline sources available in DCE Karnataka, and try to collect more information about this and gain more knowledge, and try to add all these extra information that you collect in future in your study material. Stay home, stay safe. We will meet again in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you for watching the video.